To write a good or great short film, you need to focus on a simple premise. You have to keep locations to a minimum, be economical with characters and backstory, and keep it simple. Simple? What's up, creatives? Hi. If you're new, you're welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Suri Brown. You know how you start watching a film and then within like 5 to 10 minutes it's done already and it's, oh my god, beautiful, amazing. Like the film is so great and you're like, what? Is that the end? I want more. And today I am going to be talking about how to write a short film. First, in writing a short film, you need to find an idea. There's so many places ideas can come from. So many. You could get an idea from a character, a scene. It could be from dialogue. It could be from music, songs, yes, and it could be from a painting. It could be, you just seen something happen, news. You get an idea from the news, right? From the news, and then you want to make it into a short film. 5, 10 minutes stops. You're done. That's the end of the film. So yes, you need to find an idea first. One of the very reasons we enjoy watching film is because of something very vital. What is it called? Conflict. Attach beliefs to your characters. This will define who they are and their actions as people that will place them in conflict with other characters. When they hold different points of views from each other, there is definitely going to be conflict. Philosophical conflict is the backbone of storytelling. It is the different philosophical, moral, or ethical beliefs in conflict within your story. When you're watching a movie and then you're enjoying it because the couples are fighting, or there's this action scene between the antagonist and the protagonist, or some things are happening that is making you all interested. The reason is conflict, because two people or a group of people are in conflict with each other because they hold different viewpoints versus viewpoints. So you need conflict in a story. Character A believes in something and character B believes in something else. In the same film, this creates a conflict between the two characters. What your character believes in and the actions that they take or make because of these beliefs engages us in the story. So you also need to build your character because your character pushes the story forward. Your character is the person that your story revolves around. So you need to build your character. In building your character, you need to ask yourself a question or a couple of questions. What does my character want? What is my character's goal? What does your character believe in? What is the obstacles that are actually stopping your character from getting what he or she wants? Also, what does he or she believe in that will hold him back from getting what they want? So for example, let's create a character. Character is a 20-year-old male. Let's say his name is John. And what does he want? He wants to travel abroad to this creative school. He doesn't have the money for it, but he wants to go. That is what he wants. What is his obstacle? Money. He doesn't have the money to travel to get what he wants. Let's say that John, our character, believes that he has to work hard to get money to be able to pay for his tuition at that particular school, which he cannot afford. But he believes in hard work. He doesn't believe in going to steal or, rob a bank or whatever. He doesn't believe in that, or forge a signature to actually get the money. Now, this is what our character believes in. After getting to know some things about your character, building your characters already, then you can bring in other characters. Maybe one or two or more can hold the belief that this, your main character, John, is against. Now, John doesn't want to rob the bank or to forge a check or whatever means it is to actually get money to pay tuition for that school. But there could be another character, maybe his best friend, his close friend, or his stepbrother or his stepdad. It could be anybody depending on how you create the character to be. So this other character could be someone that will do what he needs to do regardless of who gets hurt or whatever happens. He just wants to get what he wants and get away with it. So now you see that you've created your protagonist, one of the characters' viewpoint, and this other character's viewpoint. They actually differ. One wants to work hard to get the money, the other things that, oh, working hard is definitely going to take a lot of time. And I mean, you have, maybe there's even a deadline, and this one wants to go to any length. So now there is a conflict between both characters. As an audience, as a viewer, you'd want to see what happens between these two characters. But if this character says, oh yes, I want to work hard and then get money and go to this school, that is John, and then this other character is like, oh yes, me too, I think it's best we do that, you would, few minutes into the movie, you will be bored already. But then when we start seeing conflict, we see suspense, we see tension, we see a lot of, all of these things. It creates, it puts us on our seat as the audience or as the viewer watching this particular film. So all of these things can cause conflict, which is good for story. Remember, every character that you introduce into the film should have a significance in the story. Even if they don't have a leading role, it could just be, someone walking into a store or something, but they should have a significance in the story. And one of the reasons that we have extras on set is because we don't want the background to look odd. In a real life situation, when you go to a bar, when you go to a party, there are always people there. And if we show two of our characters in a party, there are no people there, it's going to look a little weird, isn't it? I mean, would you want to watch that kind of movie? Just two people in a party, two males in a party. I mean, that might feel a bit boring. So extras, other characters are introduced, they're put into a film to actually make it more interesting. In structuring your story, you need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It doesn't only happen in feature-length films, it happens also in short films. For example, the Don Harmon story structure or cycle, it has to do with the 8 stages of a protagonist's journey. In Freytag's pyramid, we have the exposition, that's the beginning of your film. Then from there we go to the rising action, then we have the climax, then we have the falling action, and then the resolution. I cannot better explain more right now about the Harmon story structure or Freytag's pyramid, but then definitely if you guys want it, I can do a full video on these story structures that can actually help you more when you're trying to create your short scripts, your short stories. It explores a more extensive way that you can build your story, the character's journey, and make it to be more structured. And note there are diverse ways to storytelling. Other people engage in different means in trying to find an idea or trying to create a script. And your story is going to go through multiple drafts before the final draft. Especially if you are just starting, you are a first time screenwriter, scriptwriter, your story is going to go through multiple drafts. Even if you're writing a short film, I mean, you have to change some things. You have the first draft, second draft, third draft. Some people even have the 5th draft. When I was writing my own short film, I had a lot of drafts, corrections here and there, the dialogue, the description, had to change some things, switch some things, and all of that. So definitely you are going to have multiple drafts when you're writing your short film and even your feature length. And in trying to write a story, a short film, you need to understand the principles of storytelling. To bend or break the rules, you need to know them first. So if you don't know the rules, then how do you want to bend or break them? You won't even know what you're doing. So it is highly important to know the rules first before you can bend them or before you can break them. For example, when I said something about structuring your story to have a beginning, middle, and an end, you watch some movies and you see that it starts from the end, and then we see the beginning, and then we see the middle. Some movies actually start from the middle. So there are different ways to actually structure your script, your film, your short film, your feature-length film. You just need to understand the principles first. You need to know the rules first before you can actually bend them or break them. And that's why the learning process is very, very important. Learning, it takes time. You need to write, you need to read again and again and again. When you stop learning, everything is definitely going to stop. So as a beginning screenwriter, when you get to that point that you feel like it's too much for you, take some rest and go back again into it. Because once you stop and time keeps going, a month, 2 months, 6 months, and you stop writing or you stop reading, when you come back to it, it's going to be like a whole new thing over again, a whole new craft again. But when you continue, consistency is key. Before you know it, you already understand how to write. So if you're a newbie screenwriter or you want to become a screenwriter by watching this video, here is a guide. Watch load of short films, read scripts, eat your scenes late and get out early, and lastly, show, don't tell. Thank you so much for staying on this journey with me, Tori Brown. I don't actually know what to say after that, but you get the gist, you get the idea. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, you guys, for supporting me. This would have not been possible without you. I hope you learned how to write a short film. And like I said before, this is not the only way to write a short film. There are diverse other ways you can actually write a short film. This is just one of the ways that you can use in writing a short film. So do not forget to like, subscribe, and the usual, hit that notification bell so the next video I post, you'll be there as we journey again together. Thank you once again. I am going to catch you later in my next video.